Hey everyone, hope all is well. Hope everybody's doing well. Look on the screen. Shout out to Dark and Lovely. Appreciate ya. Appreciate ya. Not sure if I'm using the information right. But thanks for all you do. I really, really appreciate your efforts and your trying and your assistance, your contribution to the channel, helping out, sending me the different little photos to use. So, as you can see on the screen, it says success came along and now the friends are gone. Why? They are addicted to poverty. So, everybody reacts to things differently. I like to hear good news, okay? Love to hear it. Sometimes I have to take a break from the channel, and I'm always doing other things. So over here, oh my gosh, just I have different projects going on. You put in the effort. Some things work out, sometimes they don't, but you just never know. You just keep on going. That's life. You have setbacks. You keep on going. Okay. Only the strong can survive. So, listening to a lady. She has done exceptionally well for herself. Proud of her. It's like, wow. She's got a heck of a story. Life gets hard and challenging. Some people have had a harder time than others. How she pulled through, it has to be a divine power, because some of it I can't imagine. I can't fathom how you, wow, and you smile. So you have to be persistent and you keep on going. You have setbacks. Sometimes being, especially being a single parent, and when you are a young single parent, you don't come from money. No one's going to help you. You're pretty much, hey, you're on your own. Some people have help, some have none, and yet you have some women. They are just strong. They are about it, and boom, they make it happen. When everybody else, baby daddy, boyfriend, husband, mama, daddy, everybody else abandons them, you'd be surprised. Someone going through something right now and may not see your way through. You have to keep on going. Don't give up on your dream. It may not materialize today. You can't see it. Keep on going. And I listened to her story and I thought, wow, look what she's accomplished, and she has done well. Now, in the process of what I would call the struggle, in the process of the struggle, she has met some other, I guess you want to call them struggle lights, or women in the same position, women and men in the same position. So it's like, wow, at that point, she was able to make friends with other people. And everybody had their same thing, pretty much the same MO. Growing up poor, you're making your own decisions. And I understand it. You don't, I wasn't born trust the fairy, and heck no, my family was just middle class. But she met people like her, young, inner city, rough environment. Things happen. Horrible things happen, but she kept on going. And I thought, wow, I'm so happy for her. So she kept always on her grind, on that grind, gonna make it happen. And sometimes, she was doubtful, especially when you start a business. There is no guarantee it's going to work. Business people, they are risk takers, because why are you taking a risk? There's no guarantee. Like investing, there's no guarantee. That's why I'm not one to say, I encourage people to learn how. I'm not one to say, I can teach. Definitely not, because we're all guessing. And now, as I try different things, it's like, wow, I thought I really knew. And now you realize, it's like, wow, it's a wonder I made it this far. Oh my gosh. Just like, now there's more that I'm learning. I'm kind of brushing up on and investing. So, you don't want to step into that realm, because I've seen people lose $1,000 and lose it. I'm like, you lost $1,000 and you lost it. Yeah, this may not be for you. Wall Street is not for the faint of heart, but the way things are going, heck, life is not for the faint of heart. So She kept on going, persevered. Next thing you know, boom, success hit. Now, during the trying times, as I said before, she had her friends. The friends were there and they would listen to her, see her doing her thing. And they were just pretty much, I guess, some working and just, doing their thing as well. But she's working and putting overtime doing this, doing that. And I love it. I said, oh my gosh, I've got the same drive. Next thing you know, the hard work, the perseverance, meeting different people from different backgrounds, having an open mind, willing to listen. Not saying, well, I'm 30 years old and I already know everything. No, listening, she listened. Oh, okay. Trial and error. Some things worked, some things didn't. Then her success came. A comfortable lifestyle came. Happiness actually came. And so I'm thinking, she's got a lot of friends. Yeah, they're gonna want to, have a party, can I congratulate you and just everything. And it didn't go that way, boo. Now, when she was on that struggle bus, first class ticket on the struggle lane, I had friends around. Now, keep in mind, while she's on that grind, they weren't grinding. They were working, taking care of themselves, borrowing money back and forth, that kind of thing. And it makes me wonder, I think that they didn't believe in her. But then when it happened, things changed. All of a sudden, they start backing up. Beep, 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 backing up. And I'm like, what? And I know it was shocking to her because she was like, I don't get it. They started backing up. And it was kind of crazy. It made me wonder, are they backing up like, it was kind of like, which I can't say because I don't know, but it was kind of like, do they have a meeting like to say, hey, we're going to go ahead and back up on you. We are so done with you right now. Because it was like all during the same time period. It wasn't like she fell out with this one, fell out with that one, this one and that one. Keep in mind, they're all friends. So all of a sudden, she finds herself being the outcast. And it's like, well, it doesn't make any sense because if it's me and my train of thought, the way I think is, hey, they should want to, being a friend, get some inside information. Hey, emulate. That's what I would think. So everybody can come up. See, it worked for her. You're good friends. You knew her when she was broke down and out. My gosh, you got a resource right there. She seems friendly. Emulate. Do what she's doing, and then that way everybody can come up together and get something. And guess what? It did not happen. So I found it strange. I'm like, so everybody just up and like poof. That's interesting. And I know it's hurtful because you're thinking, wow, we came up together. You've done well. You're going to get that girl, your pat on your back, and they're going to be so proud of you. It went the exact opposite. Why? I said because they are addicted to poverty. That's all they know. That's all they know. Addicted to it. And don't even realize it. The programming. Addicted to poverty. I was speaking with a friend of mine and he was telling me something he heard and I said, you got to be kidding me. I understand hypnotic rhythm. And he was saying, yeah, and I listened to this and the guy said that if you're born poor, you're going to more likely grow up poor. Yeah, I've heard of that. But he was like, it's like a gene. And I'm like, well, I mean, it can't be true for everyone because some people grow up poor and they have money. And he's like, the programming. And he said, look at us, for example. And he talked about both of our fathers. And then I thought about myself. I said, my dad was, at a young age, telling me about business. And, I mean, seriously, I'm talking, man, we were kids. I mean, sixth grade, junior high, he was, we already had those conversations. And I'm like, well, I'm like, is that to say that some people can't help it? And I was like, wow. So what we discussed is like, yeah, some people, that poverty is hereditary. And I'm like, that's just, I can't, oh my gosh. And maybe it is. But then in my thinking is you have to realize, grow up and see that there's a totally different world out there. It may be different than yours and mine. Of course it is. And you can't stay closed in a box. And I think that's what happened here. They were so addicted to poverty. They were born into it, acclimated to it. They pretty much just digested poverty as a way of life. They digest that information, that lifestyle, and then they act accordingly, a poverty mindset. And so she has a nerve to jump outside the box and see what's going on in the world. Why didn't they do it? Fear. When you're addicted to poverty, you have a poverty mindset, you have a lot of fear. You don't want to learn new things. Some people want to go to work on their job, get the check and go home and stream, and that's fine. Do you? In this case here, this lady found herself in a bad situation and saw this is not going to get any better. She wanted more for herself. All along, they were all hanging out, get a little money, go clubbing and drinking, do their little thing, house party, house party, house party. Well, the house parties for her have to stop because she's like, hey, I got to kind of get home, got to get early. Besides going to work, I got this project. Oh, the weekend is here. I got to still get up early and I got plans. I got to work on this. A poverty mindset, they can't understand not going to work and get a paycheck. When you start a business, what do you think that happens? You can work a whole lot getting it started and not get a paycheck. So to them, it was like, okay. And they went on and did their thing. But when it finally happened, they disperse like ants. Bugs in the room with the light on. They disperse. And I can tell it's hurtful. And then you have to stop and think, why would they do that? Again, poverty mindset. And the fact that she's made it, she's the superstar. Oh, guess what? She knows other people, other business people that have things that her friends may consider, oh, they are real bougie. I don't want to deal with them, real bougie. Or it could be also a situation that they can see, oh my, you can handle being the home girl, but you can also handle yourself in that boardroom, and they can't. See, some people, everybody's fine and cool as long as we're on the same page. You don't have more than me, I don't have more than you. We all got $5 in our pocket and we're fine. The minute somebody get $1,000, or they may be real quiet and just stand back. So everybody got $5 in their pocket. You don't have more than me. I don't have more than you. We're on the same level. But then somebody gets on the grind and they might get $1,000 in their pocket. And people you thought were your friends, you realize they were your friends as long as you were like them financially, intellectually. But the minute you get that come up, oh, you're a little different. That's when the jealous and the haterade comes in. And I think could be wrong. I was like, that's funny. I could see people were falling out, but all of a sudden your little clique just disappeared just like that. They probably had a discussion. I'm leaving her alone. Why would you do that? Because you like poverty and the fact that someone that you've been hanging around with, grew up with, has made it. They've done well for themselves, a comfortable lifestyle. To them, that's rich. It's like person over here. Well, how much do you have? Oh, you have $200,000. How much does that person have? They've got $30. Unless most people can use you, they may not be checking for you. So if you're the friend with $30, she has $200,000. Ooh. They may not want you around their other family and friends. Why? Because you're going to be the superstar. And already, people start talking, hearing about it, giving you accolades. Oh, that's your friend. That's your friend. You would think that they would be happy to hear that for you. No, they don't want to hear it, because then it's like, well, so and so, what are you going to do? And so is going to do nothing. So is doing what they want to do, operating on mediocre behavior. Just being mediocre, that's what they want. So hearing that, maybe your friend can help you. So-and-so could be lazy. Or so-and-so's fine where they are. They don't want to excel. People say a whole lot. Oh, I wish I'd done this. I wish I'd done that. Yada, yada, yada. You're still breathing? So when are we going to start? Your arms and leg work? I mean, you're going to be an announcer? Okay, so when are we going to start to make it happen? Not going to. Some people are doing what people pretty much are doing what they want to do. The people in your lives, be it your partner, husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, spouse, whatever it is, what's going on between the two of you, how they treat you, your expectation, whether it's being met or not, the same thing, vice versa. It is going how they want it to go, because what people are doing, what they want to do. You want this in a relationship, be it between you and your kids, your partner, between your parents, and they are acting a certain way towards you. You verbalize that, you've made that known. In any relationship, they're doing what they want to do. So when you find a person has done well for themselves and they've been hanging with the crew, all of a sudden the crew has dropped you, you have to understand whatever state that they're in, they are addicted to it. In this case here, these individuals, it's really sad, but they're addicted. I just say they're addicted to poverty. This is what they want. This is where they're comfortable. And I think too, they're scared to jump out the box because there's a fear of failure. Even though you got somebody that obviously has a little roadmap, what works for them may not work for you, at least give it a try. Knowledge is power. So some people, this might be your year. Next year might be your year. It could be 5 years from now. That could be your year. Your success may come along. When that happens, you'll see who's who. And some of your friends might be gone. Yeah, life changes. Some people enter your life for a reason, for a season. And that's why I think that happened. So instead of everyone saying, hey, you know what, let's cheer her on, I want to do it too, her little clique, they just backed up. Why? They complain about things, don't have money, need to get that, da, 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 da. I wish I had this, I had that. She was one of the same ones complaining about it, but she turned her complaint into action, and she took action to make it happen. So all that time I thought about, I said, well, I'm like, all that time when she was grinding, they probably just thought, oh, she just doing whatever, she got her little old hobby, it's just a little hobby. And then when it materialized, boom, here comes the financial reward. They backed up. Yeah. So that may be hurtful, but again, it's your life. Live your best life. You have to live it for you, not for anybody else. And in this case here, on the other hand, I think it might be a blessing that she doesn't see. Oh, yeah. I think it's a blessing because they are addicted to poverty. They have a poverty mindset. They don't want to grow. Okay? Don't want to grow. I say it's best because guess what? They keep hanging around. They're going to come with you, a knock on the door, and it's going to always be a financial problem. So in a way, I think it's best. You have other people, in business, it's best. She even tried to merge the two to say, hey, come meet some more of my friends. That didn't work out. Why? Because you got two groups here, kind of like the have and the have-nots. And these people don't want to go anywhere. They may want a handout, just hand me a check and I'll do the rest. She tried that. That didn't work. So you have to know then, what you want and what they want is totally different. They're happy where they are, and that's okay. but don't blame anybody else. So I thought about it. I'm like, well, in a way, it's a blessing because guess what? When they come with that drama, needing money, that right there can't do this for me. Can I borrow this and that? I think that's where the blessing comes in. I really do. Maybe those relationships they've already maxed out. Those relationships were there for a reason, and in those relationships they're out of season. So I say maybe it's a good thing. It may hurt a little bit, but it's just you just keep moving on because it can get to a point people not gelling. What if they get jealous and then try to bring you down? So maybe it's best they move on. So again, for you, this may be your year next year, whenever it is. When success comes along, don't be surprised if some of the people you deem as close friends and associates, they may look at you and your new success. Next thing you know, they might be gone. Anyway, people, thanks for listening. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. It's Simply Said here on YouTube. And I'm out.